Good morning. Happy Wednesday, guys. There we go. All right, I'm looking to see if I am in frame. Let me turn down that computer some too. Unbelievable. Let's bring in our guest, breaking all this wrong way. There we go. In Miami, Florida, co-host of Surviving the Survivor podcast. I've already put my peel base on, so that's a good thing. I just replaced 2 tips. This now needs some help, some shaping out. What happened at the airport?
Thank you for having me, and I love you before, but I love your passion off the top here. I've been in touch with the Martells.
Just leave it like that for now. We can file more later. I don't want to mess with the peel base too much. So, happy hump day. Hope everybody is doing good. I'm going to do a Luxie Nail mani today, a Christmas one. I'm going to use a dip from last year and a dip from this year. So the red solid is Cardinal. And then I'm going to pair it with this dip called Ugly Sweater. I actually didn't get to use it last year, so I'm excited to use it. It's a chunky glitter mix. And yeah, we're going to do something with that. I haven't decided if I'm going to do 2 nails with the glitter and like 3 nails with the red and then make my red nails sweater nails, or I could do like 1 full glitter nail and then on my second accent nail do an ornament with these glitters like in the as the ornament. If I could get them in a nice circle. I don't know. I figured I would ask you guys and see what you think, like which design you think I should do. So should I do sweater nails on the red, or should I do an ornament on my nail, on an accent nail made out of glitter? Like maybe encapsulated like in builder gel. Thoughts? Do tell. I'm just waiting for my peel base to dry. It dries really fast, so it shouldn't take long. Grab out a couple tools. I'm wearing jelly tips. So these are nail tips that are made out of gel, which is really cool. So they're supposed to be like more flexible than plastic ones, so less likely to snap or anything like that. But they're really nice because they come pre-shaped, and they come in all different lengths and all different shapes. So these ones, yeah, are from Luxie Nail, as are the dips we're going to use today. It's luxienail.com, Luxie. You can save 15% with my code Tara15. Good morning. You vote sweater nail? Okay. Okay, that's totally fine with me. I wanted to like kind of match my mani because I did this cosmic mani last night, but I haven't posted it yet. I don't know if I'm going to post it today or save it, but I did 2 sweater nails. But I see like, this is like, I should have put 4 lines down the center. Instead, I matched it and I did 3 like this. 1, 2, 3. I did 1, 2, 3 here. But see how it gets longer and longer and longer as it goes. So, but I did this on my right hand with my left hand. So honestly, it's not that bad. I have to take off my sweatshirt. I'm getting warm. It was so cold this morning. It was in the 20s. But I think it's supposed to be like 50 today, or in the 50s, Nick said. And then this week, there's one day I think it's going to be like 64. So that's good. I was telling Tara my lilacs don't know what the heck's going on because some of them, not all of them, but some of them started blooming again. Like I was out there last week or the week before. We had like 5 different areas where, like, we have a whole hedge of lilacs, but there were like 5 different areas that had lilacs blooming. Those things bloom in June, May, June, you know. Oh, it is, Britt. Crazy, right? Tara said that's happened to her before too. So guys, remember that trial in Florida? I was watching the Charlie Adelson trial, the one where he was convicted last week of hiring a hitman to murder his ex-brother-in-law, his sister's ex-husband. Well, they just arrested his mother. She's like 70-something years old, and she's definitely involved too. But she was getting on a flight to Vietnam going through Dubai, like she was fleeing. Because they have recorded conversations since the son's been convicted. You know, all your calls in jail are recorded, but she's telling them that she was making plans to either commit suicide or to flee. So, of course, she's going to be on the no-fly list, you know what I mean? And then she tries to go and fly, her and her husband. So they arrested her at Miami International Airport. She had her first court appearance yesterday, but it was just like about being brought back to the county in Tallahassee where she was charged. Miami's in South Florida, and this was in Tallahassee, which is, I guess, northern Florida. Oh, and remember the other trial I told you guys about? The eye drop trial I was watching? That girl, Jessie, who was like 39, was charged with killing the 62-year-old woman, Lynn, who treated Jessie like a daughter and stealing all her money. First, she was drugging her with Visine for a couple of years to steal her money, but then when the money was gone, what was left was in her will. So Jessie killed her with Visine. Well, that's what she was charged with. Anyway, it wasn't like putting it in her eyes, though. She put it in her water, 6 bottles of Visine in her water. So, but Visine can kill you. It's a poison. So she was found guilty yesterday of she was charged with first-degree murder and then 2 counts of theft. It's an interview you don't want to miss right here on Court TV tomorrow night. Closing arguments 8 p.m. All right. I was just laying down. I had to set my alarm for 10. I fell asleep from 9:30 to 10 because I've been up since like 3 o'clock. I won't gross you out and give you guys the reason why. All right. So we'll do the 2 accent nails with the glitter, the middle ring, and the other 3 we'll do with Cardinal. This is Ugly Sweater. Tara, didn't you buy this dip last year? Ugly Sweater from Luxie? If you have it, we can twin if you want. Hi, Michelle. Sorry, I didn't see your message till this morning. I was already asleep. But I saw it when I woke up at 3 whatever a.m. I just popped off that Hypnotic Manny that I used for today's collab. We're going to do sweater nails today, Michelle. And 2 glitter nails. 2 glitter nails, 3 sweater nails. Am I in frame okay, you guys? Yeah, I look at it. Good enough. Let me know if I move out of frame. Oh, you don't think you have it? Michelle probably has it then. Maybe that's what I'm confusing you with Michelle. I thought you bought Tara, I thought last year you bought some of the Luxie winter Christmas releases, no? For some reason that one stuck out to me, but I didn't use it last year. So I'm using 2 Luxie dips, Michelle. Last year's release, this year's release. Ugly Sweater and Cardinal, just to catch you up. But I'm going to start dipping now. How's everybody doing today? I missed you guys yesterday. So Dominic had his eye appointment. I don't know if I told you why I made the appointment, but he has a lazy eye. But it's not always lazy. Just maybe I notice it occasionally when we're in conversation. That's when I notice it, when we're talking. Like, so I think if he's just laying there, it doesn't do that. You know what I mean? But his vision's good. She said it's 20/20 minus 1 or 2. And then she said his vision is equally strong in both eyes, so an eye patch won't help. She said what would help is wearing glasses, because when he puts too much strain on his eye, that's when it goes off like that. And she said glasses will keep his eyes less so he doesn't have to strain. But she gave him the option. She said it wasn't necessary because his eyesight's really good. And he said he didn't want them. So I even had him try on some pairs, but he hated every pair. And then he got mad at me and he wanted to go. So I'm like, all right, fine. Wrong hand. All right, so we'll do the pinky, index, and thumb red. Oh, okay, Tara. Oh, that was the New Year's collection I think you're talking about. The Rosewoods. With the rosewood, that collection. Really becomes the motivation, the motive for this crime, right? The reason Charlie finds the hitman is because when I'm putting dip base on my nails over this Revel clean slate peel base, I notice my brush like gets stuck. It doesn't just flow smoothly down the nail. And and it dries so fast, the dip base. See, like look at around let me brush it up so I can show you guys better. But look at over here there's bare spots, over here there's bare spots. Only on the first layer, and only with this peel base I notice that first layer of base dries real fast, like faster than I can put it on.
What about the one where Dan Markel is asking that your mother not be permitted to have unsupervised visitation with kids?
If I go over it a second time, the dip base, you know what I mean, like over my nail like this, it should stay now and not be dry on me. But I didn't do that with the pinky.
Yes.
It says here that for her it was relocation.
All right, and did you have 2?
I still have a couple spots where it didn't stick.
We had 2 very long mediations. I don't remember exactly how long they were, but they felt
they result in a resolution?
Fine frame. I gotta be. Some red up there. So a little bit over here.
I don't remember that.
What's that?
Did your mom call Dan any disparaging names?
Oh my god, that was like dip, and I just knocked it further in.
But I don't remember them.
Something else too.
Okay. Did she call him
Yes.
a narcissist?
Yes. Yes.
Hopefully I think I see it.
That I don't
No.
remember.
Page 5. I'm sorry.
Hopefully I find it again. I just found another glitter.
Another bribe to get him to allow relocation should be the offer of plane tickets so that he can fly back and forth.
Darn
right?
it.
So you're gonna potentially offer this big monetary benefit that would allow him to fly back and forth to work. Is that the idea?
Guys, see, you guys, did you read the Cosmic Chat with Taryn? Right before I came live, so you know how she said all the snow and how they have no power? I just saw on one of my phone news headlines that Anchorage, Alaska is expected to have like its snowiest winter ever, or it's on track to have its snowiest winter ever. Like it's not even winter yet.
So that they can fit into the Bible Belt here in Tallahassee Is that something your mom suggested in these emails?
My mom did
I
suggest
can't
that.
get that
Let
off.
Rivers know that your children will be baptized in the Catholic Church. Have a picture made of them in front of the church, all that kind of thing. That's what your mom suggested.
So over here,
Yes.
like every spot, the base dried on me.
Right? Who has the motive
What is that?
for this hit? Still with me, the host of Surviving the Survivor, Joel Waldman. Also joining us right now, West Palm Beach, Florida.
Oh, okay, Britt. It must be something.
In Redwood City, California. Founder of Justice for Dan Markel's friend.
Hi, Brandis.
Jason Solomon. And finally, in McKinney, Texas, prosecutor, defense attorney, creator of...
Michelle, you're quiet. You must be busy. You are at work, though, so.
Great to see everyone tonight. All right, Dave Amber.
What did you do, Michelle? What did you use for the collab?
She's unhinged here, Donna Adelson, and she is emotionally out of control in this custody battle / relocation.
Brandis, I'm gonna use, this is Cardinal from Luxie, and I'm pairing it with Ugly Sweater from last year. I never used that dip. I was gonna do either sweater nails because I want to try and match my other hand, or I literally could if I used Marshmallow from Luxie, which is a white textured dip. It's very similar to Flocket from Cosmic, which I'm wearing Cosmic's Flocket and Firecracker. I did this mani last night. But now I'm like, ooh, sweater nails. And I just want to do more sweater nails. So I was either going to do sweater nails or an ornament nail with the glitter as the ornament, you know, like encapsulated in builder gel or something. But Britt said sweater nails, so I'm like, okay, that's fine with me.
So, Jason, as I'm looking at the dynamic here, and who's really...
I guess that's what I should do with this peel base. I've never had a peel base that dried like this so quick that my base brush wouldn't glide down my nail, you know what I mean? Geez, I'd rather get dip all over my finger than have it not apply on a spot on my finger now. Patty not here yet? Oh, she must. Wonder if she has her work thing today. She helps an older couple. With like stuff around their house, you know. I can't wait for Janet to get here to see if she heard about Donna Adelson getting arrested, because I know she's following that, and none of you guys seem to be following this trial. Dude, you guys, it happened in 2014, so imagine this guy's mother waiting for 9 years for justice. And not only that, the two hitmen that were hired and the go-between, who was Charlie Adelson's girlfriend, are all serving life sentences for the murder. So now they're working their way up the chain. They were all convicted. Now Charlie was just convicted. And now they arrested Donna.
This is from an email, and I think it's very, very revealing, again, about the mindset of Donna, who has now been charged in this murder.
Are those emails between you and your mother?
So this is a court TV special about the case.
I think they're just emails from my mom to me.
Okay. Mostly all from your mom.
Yeah.
It reads, however, the rest of your life and consequently
All right.
mine and yes, even Charlie's will be affected by how well you can perform / act before July 31st.
Sorry if I was too... I wasn't really thinking at 4 o'clock this morning when I was texting with Christy in the Cosmic chat about my problem, you know. So I hope it doesn't gross any of you guys out. I'm personally grossed out. I'm like super embarrassed. Like yesterday I told, like, I thought it was a one-time thing. It happened to, all right, forget it. I won't even go into it because more people watch my videos. I don't want them to all know my little private details. It's Revel Brandis. Clean slate. This one?
She pulling the string.
It even it dries super fast on the nails. When you put it on your nails, it dries really fast too, like 5 minutes anyway. I've noticed it dries super fast.
Was acting, continue to act like you're a victim of Dan Markel, that Dan Markel is an abusive husband, which he was not. And so they were playing this whole thing out.
I didn't know that was why you put the layer of dip base down first, Brett. I don't know if I knew that was the reason why. Maybe I did. I don't know. All right, let's do our glitter nails. I'm going to use the pour over method for our first layer. I think I'm going to go over this nail a couple times here.
She was more subtle and sly about not outwardly revealing her emotions. So I think she was feeding her mom all the information to get her riled up, who had no control, had all this outward rage. So in a way, you can also say that Wendy was really calling the shots. In terms of she knew how to stir up her mom, and she knew that she was going to probably lose.
Brandis, I spilled a whole Luxie dip 2 days ago. One of the pink Christmas ones.
She also hated Tallahassee so much she wrote a book about it that paralleled her life.
Luckily, it was, well, yeah, like if something's gonna spill, I'm glad it was one of the pink solids. It was a pink solid.
The person in that book who she was married to, and you see a common theme that there's years of hatred.
Those are laying pretty flat.
She didn't write a book about grieving because we have another woman accused of murdering her husband who wrote a book about grieving for the children. She didn't do that, did she?
No, not at all.
Okay. All right, stay where you are, everyone. When we come back, we're going to take a closer look at some of the evidence from Charlie's
All right.
that I believe can be used very
I almost just dropped this jar.
Donna.
There's little green tinsel glitter. Oh, and red, I think. Tinsel glitters in here, too. Green ones? I don't see red ones. Green. And then there's fine glitters, small glitters. There's all size glitters in here.
Wednesday morning, only on North TV.
A father convicted of locking his son in an 8x8-foot box.
Now, Timothy Farragher will find out how long.
Ooh, I can't wait to see his sentencing. When's that?
Live coverage Thursday.
Thursday at 1:30. This guy in Florida, of course, in Florida again, just found guilty of locking his foster son in a box in the garage where the light was controlled from outside, where there was a lock only controlled from the outside, where there was a bed, a desk, and a bucket for him to go to the bathroom. And he was found guilty of child abuse. He turned down like a 24-month deal, and now he faces up to 30 years. Well, they had other children who lived in the house like normal. Like, he had this box specially built for this kid in the garage.
She was the broker, the one in between the people who wanted the hit.
Talk about whacked. People are
She
nuts.
never worked for the Adelsons. Never worked for the Adelson Institute, but was getting checks
Evil.
from them. Now, there's also an argument to be made
All right.
that she's connected
So let's lay flat now.
to Catherine McManus,
So you can see, like, it's still sheer,
to the testimony
but
of
we'll have
Charlie
full
Reyes.
coverage after the second layer. Let's get a bag ready.
Struck off money to you on the night of the murder.
I know, I thought of you, Brandis. That's what I had to tell you. You're always sending pictures of yourself with dip on your leg. Or I've seen a couple anyway. I don't mean always. Oh, with who, Patty? I was thinking maybe you had to work. I was saying that. Maybe you were at work.
I'm 10 minutes out, is what you said.
I think I said 10 minutes, but yeah, I'm not home.
Doesn't that
You doing a Luxie Manny, Patty?
10 minutes?
No, I told her to let me know when you're going to be in the area.
Was the money that Catherine McManus got damp?
I never gave her any money. That was damp.
Okay. The dampness of the money is significant here, right? But also, that's the night of the murder. Why is Donna, like, going back and forth with Charlie, like, I'm going to meet you? The argument by prosecutors is it's to give him some of the cash that he's going to use to pay.
I know from this dip that it's gonna soak through and be wet again, so the glitter will still be wet.
Yes, ma'am, it was. I believe his parents or his mom might have washed the money.
Like physically wash the money?
Yes, ma'am.
And why do you think his mom did it?
Because he was always adamant about telling me he didn't have any money in his house. And he told me that his parents
Okay.
had just stopped by right before I got there. So all of a sudden he had money to put in the trunk of my car.
All right, I might be eating my words here, you guys, because down here, I mean, there's fine glitters and stuff, but I didn't pick up any chunkies. I guess it was the way maybe I laid my finger. Maybe there just weren't any chunky glitters there, but I am going to want to hand place some in here. But we'll come back to that. See if we need to hand place any others. Good chance we will on the other now. And get that glitter out of there.
Vinny, you always have to follow the money. Obviously, that is as
Not
old
that
as time
one.
in terms of an investigative tool, and that's what authorities did here. And that was the case, obviously, that Georgia Cappleman was
All right,
trying to.
I'm just gonna
tell
leave
you
it
from
alone.
listening to the podcast, many people believe that Harvey was really the money man. You know, he ran the Adelson Institute.
You are doing your thing. Oh, okay.
Potentially, the money was coming from him.
Oh, there's Janet. Janet! I was hoping you were going to be here. Did you see that they arrested Donna Adelson? I was telling everybody about it, and I'm watching something on it now from Court TV. How awesome is that for justice? This was a wealthy family that thought they were like untouchable. You know what I mean? Living the good life, thinking, yeah. So it's good to see justice being done, especially after so long.
So there's also potentially a financial aspect of this. That was brought up by an attorney who watches our show. I thought that was
a lot better.
And in no way, in no uncertain terms, do I think Wendy is completely out of the woods here in terms of her, guilt and complicity in this crime.
Yeah, no statute of limitations on murder, so it can still happen. Dave Arenberg, as a prosecutor, would you be confident with the connection between Donna Adelson and the money in this case going to the people who carried out the hit?
Yes.
All right.
A really good case against Donna. The money trail, as Joel said, is really powerful. I also think right after the bump,
I think it's good now to press down with a bag. It's been sitting for a little bit. I just wanted to let the glitters set, or let the base set, I should say, not the glitters.
Speaking in code, innocent people don't speak in code, and she says it involves the two of us. That is really.
And see, this time it didn't pick up anything except fine glitters. I think it's a good idea. Definitely let it set.
You don't want to believe her reaction to the bump or the evil emails because they were evil. Just look at her conversation with Charlie.
Okay. So this nail's pretty good, I think. As far as glitters go.
That if there's evidence against me, I'm taking off. I'm getting on the next plane. Well, Donna just said the same thing with less background noise.
There's a kid getting sentenced today for killing his Spanish teacher, a teenager, over a bad grade.
It's got an article about Dan Markel's murder.
All right, I do want to place some glitters. Let's do it.
She doesn't go to police. She's not,
I have some right here on my towel. If I can pick them up.
it's unreal.
She just got arrested yesterday, Janet, trying to leave the country. Getting on a plane. They arrested her at the airport. Okay. I'm gonna stick my finger in here.
No way.
Oh, that's so much better. I like doing that better than hand placing glitters. Just dab the base where I want it and stick my finger in there. And of course, that would depend on, you know, if you're doing a full nail of glitter or doing some type of design or whatnot, but it works well
I think she knows she's speaking to an undercover agent.
for doing full nails. Okay, I'm gonna leave that to sit for a minute. Super cute glitter. I like it. Imagine if I poured it into the lid. That's what I was about to do. At least I have half a brain cell working today. Okay. Who has this dip from last year from Luxie Nail here? Ugly Sweater. That's the name of the dip, Ugly Sweater. I know Brandis has it. All right, let's push down the glitters now.
All right, Jason Solomon, what does the bump, the call to
All
charge,
right.
then the call to the undercover, what does that prove to you?
It proves to me that she was absolutely centrally involved. And if I were the prosecution, I would just plan on playing that clip where she says that involves the two of us. You probably have an idea what we're talking about. Just plan on.
All right, time to encapsulate.
I can't imagine Donna is going to get out of it. I don't even know how.
I'm gonna do my solid nails first.
What options she's going to have. Charlie, of course.
Britt, how's work going today for you?
Managed to come up with a pretty cockamamie.
Guys, you know what I figured out how to do on my own? I, honest to God, felt like a technical genius. I figured out how to take my logo and put it on my photos.
Carl Steinbeck, as you look at all of this.
I knew you would, Michelle. You probably don't have time to twin me, though, huh?
Jason brings up a great point. Like,
Let me know if you possibly could.
are there holes
If you plan on doing nails later.
feel somewhere that is a potential problem for prosecutors, or do you just think everything is kind of lining up pretty straightforward and obvious and pointing at Donna?
There's no wiggle room on this.
There you go.
For her in the defense, just like there wasn't for Charlie.
Mallory hasn't been here the last couple days. I was wondering if she was okay because she hasn't been liking my posts or anything. And I hadn't seen any of her posts.
Testimony here about
But I did see one this morning, and it was from, I think she posted yesterday, so she must be okay.
Message exchange in March of 2014 where Donna Adelson asked Charlie Adelson to erase a text that she sent.
Yes,
Okay, can you show us that? Can you read it to us?
two texts here. The first says 37 miles to Gainesville.
Okay.
And the next is, I can't talk now, but I'll text you before we stop in Gainesville where I can go to the bathroom and have a moment of privacy. Then I'll call. Please pick up because I will have very limited.
All right, let's do these glitter nails.
Text after you read it.
Okay, so she wants to go to a bathroom to talk to
So
Charlie Adelson
shiny.
on the phone in private when she gets in Gainesville here,
Yes,
but wants him to erase that text on his phone.
it's what it indicates. Yes.
Okay. Then a few minutes later, what does she say?
We'll stop in about 5 minutes and I can speak to you privately about Dad's birthday gift
Okay.
when I'm out of the car. I have some good ideas.
paella.
I figured.
The secret paella. Absurd. Before we go, we run out of time.
Stupid busy, Britt.
You both knew Dan Markel.
Again, huh? You've had a busy couple weeks.
If you could just give us a few words about Dan, and I expressed.
Doesn't your boss know your friend's show is at 11? You have stuff to do during the day?
I just wanted to be a dad. Dave, you go first.
Dan Markel was a great guy, and he was brilliant. He had integrity, and you can see that through his mom, Ruth. You can see where he gets his principles and
All
values
right.
from.
That helped to
It's a tragedy.
flatten it out, too.
It's really tragic by the fact that the Adelsons got so long. They got everything
Yeah.
they wanted out of this sport.
Sorry, I'm talking to the TV.
Watching Denmark
Oh my god, I almost put my brush in the powder.
took his entire past with the kids.
So guess what? Dominic was so mad when he found out, but there was a carbon monoxide leak at his middle school yesterday. There's 2 middle schools in our city. They're right next to each other, so it's like the same campus. But it was only one school, Dominic's. So there was no school yesterday. He was all excited he didn't have school because of his doctor's appointment, and then when he found out there was no school anyway, he was mad. It's kind of funny, but he had Monday and Tuesday off this week. That's a pretty sweet week. And then next week, he has Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday off.
Thank you so much. We'll see you again really, really soon.
I asked all you guys what you're doing for Thanksgiving, but, well, Britt, you told me you're going to your mother's. Janet, what do you do for Thanksgiving? And Michelle, I asked if you celebrated Thanksgiving, but I didn't see. I don't remember you seeing an answer. And I know Brenda said they're going to Teppanyaki. All right. Oh, you have, Patty? Okay. Well, you know what? I haven't really been on social media much the last 2 days, so that's probably why. I just happened to be scrolling this morning. I don't scroll it nearly as much as I used to, you know. I hardly ever scroll anymore. But then I'm like, you know what? I'm missing so many people's posts. People who aren't in like and save groups, but I like their manis. You know what I mean? And I'm just not seeing them because I'm not spending the time scrolling. Haha, came to Alex Murdaugh being cross-examined again. Every time, even on my phone, if you guys all know your phone's listened to, right? And you believe it 100%, right? Because they totally do. Not only that, even if you text about something, you know, like you talk about something and then you see ads for it. That happened to me this morning. Oh, that's right, Janet. You did tell me you're going out of town this year. That would be so much fun. I've never been to a place like that, Brandis, where they cook the food right in front of you and make it like a whole experience, you know? Yeah, I've never been to one. Okay. All right, so I'm going to take this plastic bag and push down to get this nail super flat. It was already pretty flat because I pressed down after clear encapsulating when it was still wet.
It's Black Friday now at Boscov's. Our lowest prices of the year, 1 week early.
Wow. Holy crap. That's really good. For a chunky glitter, you guys, oh my. Little bump down here. And then, of course, these glitters that kind of came off, you know, we'll just file those away. Okay, let's do the same thing here and apply the activator. So push down and lift up. Don't leave your bag sitting for too long on the wet activator because it will stick. That's incredible. Wow. I bet after I'm beyond shaping, I'm only going to have to buff this nail. It's so smooth. Might not even be too late for this one. Activator takes a couple of minutes to fully set, so you have time to kind of help flatten those. All right. Got a little bump on here right there. I don't know what caused that. Time to hit the vape. You like this? I know you must like it. You used it last year. I remember your Manny with it, Brandis. Well, not specifically, but I remember you used it. This is one dip I didn't get to use, so I'm excited to use it this year. I think last year I tried to avoid chunkies as much as possible. But look at that, applying a chunky glitter with one layer of clear. So 2 layers of chunky glitter, 1 layer of clear, not 2. Press down, and this thing is as smooth as this. That's unbelievable. This one is super smooth too. Couple places, like around a couple places, I'm gonna have to file. But this one, like I said, beyond shaping, it's, look at that, it's so smooth. All right, Britt, have a good day.
As I said earlier, I believe at the time that it was the biggest case that
I'm almost out of my favorite vape liquid. I didn't get enough money this month to order e-liquids, so I have like a third of a bottle of a lemon tart flavor and maybe a quarter bottle of like raspberry blueberry lemon or something. It's like all 3 combined. I need those to last me like a week and a half or longer, 2 weeks. All right. I think, have a feeling. Let's see if these are. See, that means they're ready to file. And it's also been at least 2 minutes since I activated these red nails. I am going to file the red nails first just to get my glitter nails. Well, maybe not. By the time I'm done with my pinky, maybe it will be long enough. I want to make sure they're fully cured, though, before I go in. If you start filing before your nails are cured all the way, then your dip is going to be soft and kind of just, you'll file it away. You don't want that to happen. Or maybe you do. Maybe you want to redo your nail or something.
And looking at the record, it looks like I got home a little before 7, 6:45, I think, 6:40 something.
There we go.
That's correct.
Law enforcement that never saw any blackout.
That I've never seen a blackout? Yeah, I've never seen a blackout.
Okay.
Did you tell law enforcement that you?
All right. So today's live will be longer than a normal live where I'm just doing a dip mani because of the nail art. So, and be prepared for me to make mistakes and have to do certain things over. That's just, you know, the nature of doing it, or at least for me it is. So I decided to go in and file these nails, apparently. All right.
We were not hog hunting. We were not looking for hogs. We did not.
Let me change this. We don't have to listen to Alec Murdaugh again. Spanish teacher killer sentencing. Mr. Ballin. I'll put this on. The case against Brian Koberger, a court TV. Brian Koberger is the guy accused of killing those 4 college kids in Idaho. It was just the 1 year anniversary of those murders, so you may be seeing things in the news about it, or
Murders, and then the guys just running around on buses. All unnerving.
Four college students: Ethan, Zena, Madison, and Kaylee. I miss her smile. She was so giving. Positive.
can you imagine too that there were 2 more girls in the house who weren't murdered?
Criminology student accused of the murders. Detectives arrested 28-year-old Brian Christopher Kohlberger.
Okay,
Hello, how you doing? How y'all doing today?
Every inquiry
this is
about
the one I want to
today.
file just a
Why
little
would
bit
Brian Kohlberger do this?
right here.
And you're in prison for life. Do you understand?
The evidence.
On that night sheet was DNA, likely left there by the killer.
Hey, good.
Hanging around this house, you better have a pretty good reason for this. Guess what? The defendant, the suspect, the accused, what does he drop? A white Elantra.
The way that
So what's up with Jadis, Patty? Everything all right? She all right, or is she having a meltdown?
I want all the evidence out. I want it to be clear.
If I'm the parent of one of these poor kids, he is the boogeyman.
Okay.
I try not to think too much about any of the darker side of the aspects. I just try to stay positive. There'll be days where I have to focus on the negativity, but today's not one of them. I miss her smile, and that she was so giving. When she came home, she was always giving me a hug, always making sure she got a hug before she left the house. Just the simple things.
Okay. Trying to decide if I want to make this a little pointier. Maybe a little.
So much. It was a great story.
There's like a fine line for me. Sometimes I'll think my nails are too pointy. Other times I think they're too rounded.
I'll never see this car as mine. She paid for it. She felt like this was a super cute car.
It was emotional riding with Steve in Kaylee's car on her birthday. We saw that vehicle at that home each
Okay.
day inside the crime scene.
There we go.
Kaylee and her friends Madison Logan, Santa Cardinal, and Ethan Chapin were stabbed to death at the University of Idaho. And that car was part of the reason Kaylee was in town that weekend of the murders.
When she bought her car, she it wasn't her birthday, but it was a gift that she gave herself because she just got a new job. So I remember her being super excited for that, and showing Maddie and driving down there and showing her friends off with it.
Those friends, Kaylee, Maddie, Xana, Dylan
Okay.
Wilson, and Bethany Funk, all lived together in the house on King Road, along with Kaylee's dog, Murphy. Murphy, you been a bad boy. There's a video of all 5 of the girls together in the home posted just 2 weeks before the murders. They're laughing, making fun of each other, imitating each other.
Did anyone get to their chores today? Come screw it. Get out of here. You shoot you about to get out of here.
If you look back at their moment, you can actually see their whole lives. These girls really did social media stuff.
Get down. Get down.
And these girls, they were everywhere, so people got a taste and a look and a feel of who they really were. I think people connected with that. And then if you go back, you can see, I hate to say it, but the last hours of their lives.
Those last hours included 2 photos posted by Kaylee. On one of them, she wrote, "One lucky girl is surrounded by these people."
So smooth. It's amazing.
Ethan and Xana go to a party at the Sigma Chi house, and they're there till about 1:45 a.m. that morning. Maddie and Kaylee go downtown Moscow, to a bar called the Corner Club. And then about 1:30 a.m., they walk to a food truck to grab a bite to eat.
And then what was that? I don't need to move this. Excellent. And then click
Okay, that's good.
Enjoy. And it looks like you knocked my head.
Oh, okay, Patty. So she's all right.
About 10 minutes later, the video shows Maddie reaching to grab the food they ordered. She was at the showcase as if she's spending a moment. They're laughing with each other until you see them run out of the frame. By 2 a.m., all 5 girls and Ethan Chapin at the house on King Road. In just over 2 hours, 4 of the 6 would be dead.
There we go.
I never expected to file for bankruptcy.
When it came down to deciding to support my family or pay a tidal wave of bills, I had to do something.
I thought my credit would get destroyed, that I would lose my home, or even be looked down upon in the community.
We actually kept everything we knew, including our house, our jewelry, and all of our retirement.
Commercial about filing for bankruptcy.
My name is Chief James Fire of the Moscow Police Department. I'll be reading from my notes today because I want the information you received to be extremely accurate. The 4 were stabbed with a knife, but no weapon has been located at this time. There was no sign of forced entry into the residence.
Okay.
Based on details at the scene, we believe this was an isolated, targeted attack on our victims.
Right away, I think everyone knew this was going to be a big story. I mean, you've got 4 college students taken down at once inside the same home, and the chief comes out pretty quickly and says, listen, no forced entry here. This was a targeted, isolated attack. So most of us thought it should be solved pretty quickly. But that's not what happened here.
We need to make sure we clarify. Have them restart the feed, or
Get this dip off my skin above the nail here and down the sidewall. Just a little bit. There we go.
4 young people have been brutally murdered, and nobody knows why.
Same as on my thumb.
Who's responsible? I actually met a group of professors from the University of Idaho. They were out for a bike ride, and they really summed up what the community was going through.
It has deeply affected all our students and our faculty and our staff. And it's been just a struggle.
How hungry is this university, this town, for answers?
Very much so. The fact that there isn't an answer makes this even worse. You know,
All of us
All
are
right.
shaken. I've heard from people all across the country talking about this tragedy. It's a small college town. We all know each other. People in the community knew these students. So everybody's affected one way or another. And part of it's because we just don't know anything yet.
We also met the prosecuting attorney, Bill Thompson. Any new details?
Nothing that I can share.
How was the fighting?
I can't talk about it. Everybody's working together. The investigation is still.
There we go. That's better.
How long are you going to stay here?
Don't know, as long as they need to.
I ended up sitting down with Bill Thompson in his office.
All right.
They had not
Whew.
identified a suspect.
Hands tied, you guys. Oh, I got finger cramps. That ever happened to you guys?
They know a lot more than what they're saying.
Whew.
Would you feel safe having a child living here or on campus?
I would, but I say that knowing that many people would not. And I'm probably in a, not probably, I'm in a different
You live there, Patty?
of the information.
I didn't know you lived in California.
Investigation is progressing.
What? You lived in California? Are you sure? Are you sure?
Okay. What is going on?
I'm going to go through quickly and buff the nails here.
Partly under her body, partly under her comforter, on her bed, likely left there by the killer.
Hi, Holly. Oh, hi, Mallory. I thought it was kind of weird Holly be joining my live. I've missed you this week. I didn't have a live yesterday, but missed you Monday. I was just saying, I was wondering if you were okay, but then I saw a post that you did like a day or two ago. So I figured you must be. But I hadn't seen anything from you on Instagram or anything. And then because you weren't here, I was getting nervous. I was going to message you. Mallory. You're so funny. I'm doing a Luxie Mani. I'm using Ugly Sweater. It's a release from last year. And then also Cardinal from this year, the red.
Time of the murders, according to investigators, Kaylee and Maddie were on the third floor of the house in Maddie's room. Kaylee's dog Murphy was across the hall in Kaylee's room.
I'm like, what's up with the Virgo file?
Across from them was Dylan Mortensen, and on the first floor was Bethany Funk, who was in her room.
Dylan will be a key witness in all.
That's why my cuticles don't look right.
Two of the murders. And she opens her door 3 different times. Now, first couple of times, she really didn't see anything, but she was hearing voices. Maybe it was the dog. Maybe somebody was crying or something. She wasn't quite clear what she heard. But the third time she opens the door, she sees this tall figure dressed in all dark colors, and she noticed his bushy eyebrows. And then this man walks right past.
Have some fine glitters in here. Let me see if I can get them out.
Opens the door and sees this man all in black, and all you really see are his eyebrows, and he's tall and he's big. And he just killed 4 people with a knife. He walks right past you and out the door. How close?
All right. That's good.
It gives me shivers to just think about what that is. And that must just roll through his head every single day.
Whoopsie.
According to investigators, Dylan described herself as being in, quote, frozen shock when she...
Ooh, today's November 15th. That means we pick, the computer picks names today, right, Brandis? For the Secret Santa? November 15th.
Some people, when they're very frightened, they just shut down and they tend to isolate and hide, and basically it's a seeking safety response. If she had been drinking or under the influence of something,
Oh, awesome.
she really didn't know what.
Is it like, do they read a book? Is it show and tell? How is it? I used to take Dominic to stuff at the library all the time. They had a toddler group where they would read a book, and then we would have arts and crafts. Like make a craft. So usually it had something to do with the story, you know, but it was free. It was really cool. Even though I taught him to like love going to the library, and I used to take him all the time, he does not love to read. I wish he did. I wish he picked up his love of the love of reading like I did. Reading, it helps your intelligence, you know, it teaches you a lot. It increases your vocabulary.
Or he was the murderer.
Oh, okay. Today's the deadline to sign up. Okay. Oh, yep. It sounds like kind of what our library did or does for is it a toddler class, Mallory? Chastity still hasn't even seen the message you sent or the message I DM'd her, and she hasn't even read those messages. I don't have her cell number. Does anybody have Chastity's cell phone to text her? Kendra, I don't think is going to do it. I asked her, and she said she hardly knows any of the people. She doesn't even know who's in the group anymore. I tried to convince her to, but whatever. Then she said she was going to try and come on Instagram every day, and then wasn't on all like for days. She did come on at some point yesterday and forwarded something to me, I think, about the Murdoch case, but I didn't say anything back. I just liked it. She knows where to find me, here at 11 a.m. You know what I mean? Yeah, plus they get to see other kids. That's awesome. Do you ever let Leo check out books from the library? Or not yet, because he's still so young. All right, let's clean these babies off.
Jack shared a dog, Murph, with Kaylee. So a lot of people are looking at them, and investigators looked at them as well, but cleared them. So law purposes, these guys are innocent, but the folks online weren't convinced.
There was also Jack Showalter, who was at the food truck when Maddie and Kaylee
Okay.
typically known as Hoodie Guy. So people were analyzing the food truck video, and they thought he looked quite suspicious.
You know, there's been a lot of speculation and rumors. We're the official source of information. Individuals who are being harassed in this situation.
All right. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna leave these nails alone, but I am gonna put some gel base down on these nails, and then I'm gonna put a matte top coat on the red nails. Oh, good, Mallory.
According to investigators, beginning at 3:29 a.m., the white Elantra made 3 separate passes at the house on King Road. Then at 4:04, they say it was back for a 4th time.
How nice of Christy, what she's doing for us, huh?
On to do a 3-point turn. It then drove past the house again and out of the camera's view. At 4:20, it was back in
4:20.
leaving the area at a high rate of speed.
So everyone's looking for this car, this white Elantra.
Okay.
And there's an officer, a campus police officer from Washington State.
So I'm putting the base down so that my matte top coat doesn't peel. Just to hold it. And these are going to be sweater nails. So this is how I do mine. I'm sure there's probably I'm sure there's other ways to do them. There's always multiple ways to do nail art. This is just the way I learned to do it. So, okay. Whoops, I bumped my pinky. Figures. All right, let's put these in the lamp. We'll cure the gel base. Then I'm going to use Luxie's matte velvet top coat. And I will wipe off the inhibition layer.
His cell phone number.
Now, when you get a phone number, it changes everything because you get access to it in a different way. That's one more piece of evidence, one more piece of the puzzle. Is it enough to see what the puzzle says?
Oh, that's a good idea, Brandis, to do that.
According to investigators, Koberger's phone records show that
I mean, I know everybody who's participating, you know.
Koberger's phone was turned off or in airplane mode, or possibly
And
Sometimes it's not about evidence. It's about the lack of evidence that actually matters. In this particular case, we had a cell phone that was turned off for a very specific window of time. During the window of time where 4 people
matte top coat now.
is the singular suspect. That means something.
Investigators said that when they looked back at Koberger's cell phone records in the 5 months leading up to the murders, that his phone was in the area of the girl's home.
Hey, so far I'm doing good applying it.
It was not just something where he happened to be in the region one time.
I usually end up getting it on me, you know, but I haven't yet.
You really have to be able to explain that other dozen times the month before. You better have a pretty good reason for this.
And the
Coming up, the arrest.
How you feeling?
How strong is the evidence against Brian Koberger?
You read the affidavit, you He was talking to me. He was hunting them. He was just a person looking for an opportunity. Imagine what happens when you're finally able to get the results of the DNA sample.
There we go.
We've got this.
All right, back in the lamp.
When and how this DNA got there. I'm not
So once they come out, we'll wipe off the inhibition layer, and then we'll use see, I usually use base coat, but last night when I did my sweater nails, I used the 2-in-1 from Cosmic because it doesn't irritate me. I think I'm gonna use it again today. It worked fine.
It's based on conversation. Not text messages. I'm so heated.
Did you see Jesse
Last night,
Kerchowski Mallory was found guilty of murder?
detectives arrested 28-year-old Brian Christopher Kohlberger in Albrightsville, Pennsylvania, on a warrant for
Okay.
the murder of Ethan,
I missed a
Zena,
spot up there. Oh, I missed a
Madison,
spot
and Kate.
over here too. Shoot.
Mr. Kohlberger was taken into custody
Hold on. I,
without incident. The scene was turned over to the FBI evidence response team for processing.
gotta fix that.
According to a Monmouth County, Pennsylvania prosecutor, when SWAT arrived at the family home of Brian Kohlberger, they found him standing in his parents' kitchen at 1:30 in the morning.
Kohlberger was found awake in the kitchen area, dressed in shorts and a shirt and wearing latex medical type gloves, and apparently was taking his personal trash and putting it into separate Ziploc baggies.
That time I got some on my skin.
Sheath under Madison Logan's body was the piece of the puzzle investigators needed. 3 days before Kohlberger's arrest, detectives used trash from Kohlberger's parents' home for a DNA sample that turned out to be a match to the suspected killer's father.
All right, there we go. I'm gonna put these back in. I had a couple spots I missed, so I wanted to fix those. Make sure there's no hair on me. It's getting warm. You guys all I gotta say is you have nothing to look forward to when you get old. Oh my God, because you lose your eyesight, your eyes start going. Your bladder control starts going. I'm guessing eventually my hearing is gonna start going. My memory's already gone.
Even though Brian Kohlberger wasn't fighting extradition, he still had
It's crazy. Like nobody told me some of this stuff. Nobody told me these things about getting older. Like what to expect. So when it happens, it's like, what? Oh yeah, body aches. That too. All right, much better. Get to use my pretty palette today.
It was quite a scene when Kohlberger arrived back in Idaho. He was taken off the plane in Pullman.
Yeah, are you having these problems? Well, like Britt, she's young. Michelle's pretty young. Mallory's, they're all in their 30s. That's young. I'm just taking some of this gel and just putting a little bit down for now. Oh, I gotta wipe off the inhibition layer, right? They still wet. I'm gonna use alcohol to do that.
I feel like he's scared to look me in the eyes and start to understand what's about to happen to him. You know, he picked the wrong family.
So once the suspect appears in court,
Okay.
prosecutors release the probable cause affidavit, and this stuff is filled with detail after detail after detail, things we didn't know.
Let me use my Revel nail brush.
Got some answers. And more importantly,
Oh, whoopsie.
finally got
All
some
right.
answers.
You read the
So I'm
affidavit.
gonna move this kind of off to the side.
He was stalking them. He was hunting them.
And I want my lines to be like as thin as I can get them. I didn't even think of like what design I was gonna do. I'm probably just gonna do the same thing I have over here, or something very similar, if not the same.
This guy does not have a presumption of innocence. He has the assumption. I'm Sarah Azari. I'm a criminal trial attorney in Los Angeles. I'm currently a legal analyst for News Nation.
Okay.
And I am the host of the Presumption podcast. You know, pre-trial convictions of high-profile defendants in high-profile cases is nothing new, but
I'm just kind of laying the brush down here, you guys.
And I think not only we found him guilty of slaying the 4 Idaho students, but we've decided that he's going to get the death penalty.
The most significant piece of evidence for prosecutors is the DNA of the defendant found on the knife sheath of the
All right, you can leave it like that to start. I'm only gonna do, whoops, a little bit at a time. Forgot I was gonna need the red powder. So I'm just gonna pour the dip over it.
Is picked up by somebody else. I mean, he could touch it, he could handle it, it could be anything. And then
Okay.
person then somehow
So we can cure this and then brush it off. But maybe I'll do all 3 nails, or it's gonna take me forever if I cure little by little, huh? But if let me at least do a flash cure. See, I always had good eyesight. I never needed glasses. I could always see things far away or things close up. Now Dominic will come up to me and put something in my face and be like, read this. And I have to like push it 2 feet away from me, to see. I mean, even with glasses, if it's too close, I gotta back it up. All right, we'll just keep on here. Maybe I'll actually, yeah, we'll just work on the pink. We'll do 1 nail at a time.
In the area of forensic DNA and forensic biology for 17 years.
Okay. If you think it's too thin in certain places, you can always go back and do a second layer of gel over it, So I'm going to go for a straight line down here on either side, which is actually super easy to do with this brush.
Because he committed this quadruple murder and took the lives of these 4 students, and maybe when he was closing the snap, his thumb touched it before he even showed up at the murder scene, and maybe that knife sheath got loose because those girls were fighting for their lives. Now,
so that's what we got right now. I'm going to pour dip over. My lines are a little off center, but that's all right. Well, yeah, a little bit.
The murders because he turned it off.
We've been saying it was off, his phone was off. We don't know if it was off. It could have been off, it could have been in airplane mode.
All right, let's cure that.
Simply not picked up signal during that time. What's odd, of course, and what's problematic for the defense.
So I guess like a 30-second cure should be fine. Yeah, do you want to, Brandis? I was asking if anybody wanted to twin with me. But I wasn't going to ask you since we just twinned, and I didn't want to pressure you to do another mani for tomorrow or whatever. Yeah, with Cardinal and Ugly Sweater.
The car is driving around, but then suddenly during the window of the murders, we don't know where this car was. We don't know where it was parked. We just know nothing about the car. Identification of the Hyundai Elantra as like the suspect vehicle.
Okay.
That's a problem.
Another part of the case against Brian Koberger is an eyewitness.
Grab a dotting tool. All right, awesome.
She told police that she saw a man.
Janet, you have glasses and contacts? See, I never would have guessed that. You're so beautiful. Like your profile picture. I don't know if it's your Facebook or your Instagram. I think it's your Facebook profile. You are gorgeous. And I just never pictured you with glasses because in your picture you don't have them. So I'm just gonna do some like little dots going down the side here. That's what I did on my other nail. Sometimes I'll do little lines or something, but I don't have much space, so let's just do dots.
Credibility always matters with witnesses. And this witness comes across as credible. Is she flawed? Yes. Next, the house on King Road.
I'm gonna lay in. Nope, I'm gonna pour over this side though. Too awkward to lay that way.
Someone else is a sexual domination killer.
Plus, Brian Koberger's defense. If he says, I was in this house before, that's why my DNA is in this house.
All right, there we go.
All of a sudden, you might have a completely different trial.
Back in. That's an old pic. Whoa. Nobody's gonna put a profile picture of themselves looking like crap, right?
Hello, miss. What's your name? Zana, do you live here?
Yes.
You've already talked to Maddie once and told her the same thing.
The house at 1122 King Road, where 4 University of Idaho students were murdered, was known as a college party house going back before. Haley, Xana, Dylan, and Bethany all lived there. In the fall of 2022, just a few months before the murders,
So I'm gonna leave it as is. It's kind of thin, if you guys can see, like in here, down at the bottom. So I'm probably gonna go back and fix, and then I have a straight line near the very bottom, just where I had a little extra space. I'm probably gonna go back and do another layer, but for now, I'm gonna leave it as is and move on to the index finger. I took way more gel than I'm gonna need.
Well, no one's here. It's trespassing, but no one lives here right now. So where they go? They're just not here. I have no clue where they went. No clue.
So you guys just found a party in their house that
They were here at one point. They're not here right now. I just searched all the.
they left and went over to some other party, and everyone is about to
I just searched all
over to another party.
Okay. Who does live here? What are their names?
I am actually not sure.
Jeremy Reagan lived near the house on King Road for a few years and saw a lot. Tell me about the house. What do you know about
I'm not really happy with the second one. I guess it'll. No, I'm not really happy with it.
Super bad, notorious for like
So if you don't like anything, just take some alcohol. You can wipe it off with alcohol.
a ton of people all the time.
I just want to wipe off the bottom one, not the top one, if I can help it.
Happened. It was much more similar to the first year I was here. They did have more stuff going on there, but they were definitely nowhere near as loud, as crazy as that second year that I was
Okay.
here.
Does the fact that so many people
I think I'd be better holding my finger here.
factor into the case against Brian Koberger?
The fact that this Kings Road house was a party house is a huge big deal because it expands the universe of
Okay.
suspects. Who was there at the time of the murders?
So I'm going like straight down,
The victims. Who had access
then a little bit on a diagonal, right?
They have possible motives
And
to
then
kill.
straight down
For
again.
months we've been calling this a party house. This is a party venue.
One of the most important parts of this case is that
Okay.
DNA. And what we know is this is a party house. We know that there were hundreds of kids in this house. It could even have included him. And the thing is if he was in this house, are you suggesting that these 4 know everybody who's been there?
No.
And as a result, if he
Well,
says,
my son has no idea how old we are because
now we talk about that. And we talk
he's just used to us being this age, but all of his friends' parents are like in their 20s or early 30s, not in their late 40s or mid 40s like my husband and I, you know what I mean?
next to Maddie's body
I was 35 when I had him.
over DNA.
But in this, where I live, like in the poor areas, you know what I mean? Well, I mean, we live in a mixed, very diverse city. So there's a lot of like young mothers, and I was a young mother. Heck, I was 21 when I had my first son. But I'm an old mother now. All right, let's do the stripes down the side.
Brian Koberger.
After graduating from DeSales University in the spring of 2022, Brian Koberger was accepted into the criminology PhD program at Washington State University. At the time of the Idaho student murders, Koberger was a teaching assistant. And a few of his students came forward to say they noticed a difference in his behavior after the murders.
All right.
No reason to connect him to that, at the time, but definitely around then, he started grading everybody just 100. He seemed pretty
Pour over again.
At the time.
He would come in, be there for 10 minutes, leave, not say much. So he didn't really do that much, but you could tell there was some off about him.
All right, back in the lamp. That is I don't really care, but it is crooked. See? That line hits the middle, and this hits way up here. Should I redo it? I mean, that's not going to bother me, I don't think. Unless Brandis's is like picture perfect, then I might feel bad. Ha ha ha. I better fix it because Brandis's will be perfect.
I'm Frederica. I'm 33.
I gotta measure up here.
My credit score has been going up 8 points at least.
Let's fix this.
Fighting? What are they doing? They finna do something for me, girl. Y'all gonna give her some credit, okay? I signed up for kickoffs in just a few minutes. There is no credit check, no hidden fees, no interest. We need credit for everything nowadays. Kickoff will always
Put that down for a second.
Stepping stone for me. Get started today.
Okay.
So I got this app from Experian. It's got everything.
Oh, it's still off. I guess it's my
I even found new ways to say all right.
This must just be the way I did my center part here. All right. So whatever, it's off. It is what it is. You were 19? That's young, Tara. You were 22, Janet? Yeah, I was 21 when I had my first, 24 when I had my second, and then 35 when I had my third. How old were you when you had Kay, Brandis? She's probably digging out her dips. Tara, that's so young. That really is. Did you feel it young? I don't think it really matters what age you are. Like my niece was 20 when she just had her first, her baby. He's going to be 2 in April now already, but I don't think it matters that if you have that nurturing, which most of us do, instinct, that mothering instinct, I think it's going to kick in no matter your age, you know what I mean? Because I know for me it did, and I was 21.
She was so great. She lit up every room she came in, and she was just so positive and fun, and we love her.
I never had the feeling in my life before that like I would step in front of a bus for anybody, but I wouldn't have you wouldn't hesitate to do that for your child. And that's how it was, but I never knew what that was like until I had Dylan. Okay, just making sure I had the right same number of dots on both sides. I'm gonna have to pour this back in. You gotta be really careful if you lay flat into it, right? You don't want to smush your gel.
This is still a little strange. Sounds like
He's looking for the reasons why people do the things that they do.
I might finish my last diamond painting today, you guys.
Explain for him why he's motivated in the way that
Oh my
he is.
god, I thought that said I was married at 13. Holy shit. Ha ha ha.
Prosecutors are going to say, yeah, this was about him.
Well, you guys obviously knew. I mean, if you know it's right, it's right. It took me till I was 25 to meet my right, Mr. Right, you know.
I am a psychotherapist from Portland, Oregon.
But in between, I had a lot of Mr. Right nows.
Reddit post. I see a theme with him for years.
Okay.
In his online.
They look all right. Oh, we gotta do this one.
Back and trying to make sense out of himself. And I think he was in that category of I'm studying all this because I want to understand myself. And so I think that was driving his research. There's also, in a rather perverse way, perhaps an attempt to develop some sense of camaraderie with other people and to get a sense of maybe I'm really not the only one who has these thoughts and feelings and experiences.
What do his studies tell you about Brian Kohberger?
These are really small compared to my other nails, but that's all right.
To study criminology, we think of the BTK killer in Kansas, the Golden State killer in California. Both had criminology.
That came out pretty good.
And the California killer did go on to become a law enforcement officers, and there have been quite a few others. So I think there are three reasons people study criminology. The first is because they're altruistic and they really want to make the world a safer place. So they have
That's definitely off center. I should have looked this way at it. Luckily, it's my thumb. But it's wicked off center. But I was proud of the lines. Whatever, I'm gonna leave it. 24 when you had your last.
And procedures so that they can become a better criminal. And if Kohberger is the killer, I think those second two reasons would be at play. Whoever did this, be it Kohberger or someone else, is a sexual.
Who had her daughter at 16? Hold on, I can't see who it is. I have to scroll. Who had her daughter at 16?
That he's had for many years. Now, the fantasies serve to meet his emotional needs, to express rage at women, and to have a.
You did, Michelle? Did you do it with the gel liners? Or did you do it this way? Because of course you can just do it with painting gel liners too. Oh, you were 33, Brandis. Oh, your cousin had her daughter at 16, Tara, I see now. Wow.
I hope we can all look through that dark tunnel and see the light and follow that light. And I pray that we have justice someday.
Oh, my brush is like, all right. It's fine. Well, two of my sweater nails are off center, Brandis. If you could make yours off center to match mine, that would be great. Oh my God, it's that bankruptcy commercial again. People being afraid they're going to be looked down in their community. Nothing for bankruptcy. I get it, but who cares? People think. All right.
Challenging everything from the grand jury indictment against him to how the investigators processed the DNA found at the crime.
Oh, okay, Michelle. I can't wait to see. Oh, that's so funny. You asked her if she used the CND liners too. Oh, just about to turn 35, Brandis. I thought you said 33.
But now the defense is taking a closer look at that, saying, well, wait a minute. We want to know and we want to see exactly how you tested all of this DNA to get that result.
See, that is another way to do it. You can mix your dip with gel top coat and apply it that way. If it's so wet, you can pour clear over it to absorb. there's lots of ways it can be done. I gotta do the dots.
To have a full defense, he absolutely needs to know that this investigation against him was 100% according to protocol, and that there was integrity in this investigation.
The defendant apparently has
I have all this space on this side.
Strange here. They say his attorneys that he likes to go out at night and in the early morning hours and sort of drive around, and that's what he was doing at the time of the murders. Couldn't have done it.
All right.
Koberger's alibi is that he wasn't at the crime scene, but instead he was driving around alone. That statement of his alibi doesn't tell us obviously exactly what time he was driving, where he was driving to and from, and why. I mean, we don't have any of those details. He's not saying something that's completely inconsistent with the evidence.
All right, back in.
Claiming that cameras should not be allowed inside the court, claiming
Oh, I saw that, Brandis.
being analyzed in a way that's prejudicial. Kaylee's father, Steve Gonsalves, has some thoughts on that.
If you're not a personable person and you give off weird vibes, yeah, you probably don't want nobody to actually see the truth, see who you are, and read you for how you behave.
That's okay, though. You probably weren't ready to have kids before then, Brandis.
I want this stuff to be out in the open.
I know, like, I wasn't mature or fully... I mean, I was an adult, but I was pretty immature. I still wanted to go out and party and stuff in my 20s, you know what I mean?
A plea not guilty was entered for Brian Koberger after he chose to stand silent at his arraignment.
All right, I'm just debating whether I want to even go back and adjust anything. I think I'm just going to leave it all as is.
Kaylee, you will never be forgotten. We will live by
I think,
your mentality in our body.
that's fine.
We love you so much. She embodied her own sunshine.
I put way more gel than I needed. I always do that. It doesn't seem like I'm putting out that much, but I love the self-cleaning liner brush from Rebel.
I'm not a big drinker, but maybe I should have something.
You're not a big drinker? I was lucky enough to be able to explore life with Maddie. Maddie was the best at spreading love.
Santa was the funniest person I knew and made me laugh every time I spent time with her.
There we go.
Santa, you will not be forgotten. You have
I still have gel. I have some gel on me. Hold on.
so much love.
Ethan was always someone you could count on to make you smile and cheer up your mood.
So typically, sweater nails get left like this, so you don't put a top coat on it. I mean, you always could put a top coat on, but that if you put a shiny top coat on this, you already have your matte nails. If you put a shiny top coat on this, I believe that gloss and high shine that you get from a shiny top coat is going to distract or detract from the nail art, the sweater nail underneath. That's just my opinion. So typically you do leave, oh my God, I'm rocking sweater nails everywhere. And I match. Well, the designs match, but different shades of red. All right. So since the sweater nails, so they're done. Now all we have to do is activate and top coat the 2 glitter nails.
Exercise is important for health, but most people overestimate the calories they burn, and crazy workouts just aren't sustainable for weight loss. What's her secret?
It was created by psychologists.
I don't think it necessarily matters that it's not perfectly down the center. Sweaters are, you know what I mean? The patterns in them, they're just how they are, the print or whatever. It's just how it is. Might not be perfectly centered. So I guess I would say this is more realistic. Right, guys? Right, guys? I gotta clean this off. There's a lot of red on me, staining. That's just from pouring dip over. Okay. I'm gonna give these another minute or something before I wipe off and top coat. Oh, it's the advent calendar one, right? Aw, thanks, Patty. You always tell me that, though, Patty. I've never done a mani you haven't liked, according to you, because you always tell me my manis look good.
Thank you so much for paying such close attention during this trial. I have to say that
I want to put a new coil in my vape.
it stuck out in my head. And I look over at how carefully you were all listening, and we really do appreciate it.
All right. So I'm just wiping off excess activator from my glitter nails here.
To deliberate whether we've met our burden in this case on all three counts. All three counts follow this theme of murder, greed, and lies.
All right. Can see I'm wiping as best as I can, right? Now it's time to top coat.
And moving into the greed. Count 2 being the theft while Miss Herndon was alive, and count 3 being the theft from Miss Herndon's estate. When we talk about count 1, the judge just read you the
Okay. This dip top coat dries in like 1 minute. I'm going to wait a few seconds and then I'm going to go back and do my second layer. So these will be shiny, the glitters, right? But everything else is matte.
You heard moments ago that it's not necessary that every fact be proven directly.
Now, of course, like my lines aren't perfect or anything. They're a little wobbly there, but it's not bad for me. Most of my lines are straight. All right, we'll do our second layer of top coat now.
The circumstances in this case are significant.
This is such a cute glitter.
The cause of death in this matter, as determined by Dr. Madridsky, is poison. Tetrahydrozoline is a poison.
Super, super cute glitter.
Dr. Madridsky talked to you
I'm like, I think because I didn't pick any traditional Christmas colors this year, like any of my ambassador stuff, I'm like dying for just traditional red, green, and white, you know? So, and I didn't even realize, like, I posted like 2 identical manis, like those blue and white manis with the snowflakes. I did a Hypnotic one, and I did that Rebel mani twin with you. Same layout, all 3 white nails, 2 blue nails with snowflakes on the blue nails. Like, I didn't even notice that until I saw my grid, my Instagram grid with my photos. And I'm like, wait a minute, they're like 1 day apart or 2 days apart. It's funny how, like, I didn't even notice that until after the fact. But you guys might be seeing a lot of sweater nails from me this year. I think I could do hearts, too. I saw the cutest little penguin wearing a hat that was a sweater hat and a sweater scarf. Tara, you could totally do that. But I did a snowflake mani. I did all snowflakes, but sweater nail technique last year. It was Luxie with the Rosewood collection that released at the new year. I made all snowflakes, like on every nail, and it took me a long time. I swear it was my right hand too, but I don't think I'd be that dumb.
All the medication, pills, and bottles, and powders at the scene. That Miss Herndon's toxicology did not indicate.
Wow, look at that, it's already dry. So fast.
Did not fatal ones.
That's crazy.
There was only one poison in Miss Herndon's
Let's get some oil on my poor fingers. Now, when you put the oil on your matte nails, right, it's going to make them shiny, but don't worry, the oil will absorb, your nails will go back to being matte. If you're worried about it or need to like go take pictures or something, just wipe them with alcohol, and once they dry, they'll be matte again.
person who was there, other than Miss Herndon. It was an intentional way to.
Sweaters get rumpled. Well, then I'm super real. Imagine if I used marshmallow with Cardinal on the. It would have been literally like the same Manny.
Was not at all what the actual cause of death was. Miss Kraszewski talked about how ill Miss Herndon had been, how she liked to use her pills.
I don't know when I'm going to post this Manny. I did it last night, but I have this Manny. I have that Revel color block Manny. Remember the one I did with the blue gems going across? Remember I popped off the color block nail? I didn't like it. Or it was bad. I didn't like it. So I popped it off, redid it, and then we put the blue gems across. I have that Manny to post. I have this one to post. And now this one. So I'm a couple ahead, you know, and I don't really want, if I post 2 Manny's in a day, it's like my likes get split between those 2 posts. They don't get the same amount of likes that like a post in one day will get. You know, it would be like 45 or 50 per post or something. My likes are so down, I don't even know what to do. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, but I'm lucky if I hit 100. All right.
Plug in and start saving. Reduce fuel expenses in just 5 seconds. Here's how to legally steal gasoline from gas stations. This ex-programmer got
Here's how to
fired
legally
as
steal
first
gas
auto
from
crash
gas
operator.
stations. All right, so here is the Manny. Red sleeve. I use this red sleeve so often because all patriotic Manny's, it goes with a lot of Christmas Manny's, it goes with it's just, it gets used a lot. Yeah, anytime I do a red Manny, you know what I mean, it gets used. Oh, I can either use my candy cane or Christmas tree ring. Let's see. Aw, thanks, Janet. All right, well, I grabbed the candy cane for now. So these rings are all adjustable too. I got them off of Amazon last year. It was like a 6-piece set of Christmas rings. They were like marked under, I think, like little girls' rings or whatever, you know, for kids. But and they're adjustable in the back. So yeah, perfect though. They were. It was maybe $10. I don't know, for the 5 rings or whatever. I forget. I got them last year. But definitely worth it for well, this is like too big. It's definitely worth it, I think, to have 5 good holiday rings, you know. So, and they haven't tarnished or anything on me. I think I painted clear nail polish over these rings, you guys, now that I think about it. I don't want that one though. I want a different one. I think that one looks cuter. It does. All right, finished Manny. My frame. Nope.
Ms. Hernan was making
There.
plans with these people. Jim Kelleher told you they were making plans because he still had a birthday gift for her.
Okay, hold on. Whoop. I hate this. There we go. I found it. I found it. It's kind of out of frame, but all right, there's our finished Manny, guys. Thank you very much for being here, Brandis. Promise you're going to have this done today? You promise? No. Send me your pictures. Even if you don't get it done today, I have other Manny's I can post, so no biggie. No pressure at all. I love you guys. Have a good day, and I will see you here tomorrow. Thirsty Thursday. That's what they used to call it in my college days. Thirsty Thursday. All right, guys. I think that's it. Bye.
She loved her pet, her pets, and you heard even